I had a hell of a day yesterday. And I literally almost started crying, and I got home and I was like, wow, that was the worst day in ages. I can't remember being that stressed out as a parent, and I can't remember every single kid rising up in their glory of trigger in one day. And I have 5 of them, and I swear every time we did a lot, way too much and packed too much in the day, but we did a lot, and each time we did something, one person would rise up and just I was just like, what are you doing? Where's that? And I felt this, and I just, at the end of the day, I was so gosh darn tired, and we had this big spaghetti dinner at school, and I was like, no way in hell I'm going, because the one constant that I had all day was my 4-year-old had a temper tantrum. I took her to the El Capitan to see Cinderella, and you know the men on Hollywood Boulevard, and they make balloons in their outfits that are way too small, and they're so gross, and like Superman outfits. And he has this balloon, made a balloon, and I was like, don't take it, you know, he wants money. And I was trying to pull her away, and she got it somehow and took it in the movie and kept it. And then we were leaving the movie with hordes of people crossing the street. She's like, my balloon, it's in the movie. And I was like, sorry about that. Next time, you need to make sure you get all your stuff when we leave the movie. Oh, she just, Hollywood Boulevard, I'd swear like 280 tourists surrounded me. She just collapsed on the ground screaming and kicking and crying. And I had so much crud in my hands. I was like, how do I hoist her over my shoulder? And people are like trampling us, and I started sweating, and it was really awful. And she continued crying all the way through the whole parking structure, getting validated, paying the damn, and then going to get the car, get out on 4F, which I remembered, so happy I remembered, still couldn't find my car. Oh. She's trailing me, screaming. My other daughter's saying things to me, I'm screaming at her. And I was like, and so I had that through the whole day. It was just nonstop. My husband's out of town for 8 weeks, which added to it in my head, like, it's this for 8 more weeks. And when I got in bed and laid my head down, and I just was like, oh, of course that was my day today. Tomorrow I'm going to speak on this thing, to really feel how heavy it can be, and to really feel like I was getting punched in every part of my body and beat up and beat down. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't finished my PowerPoint presentation for that thing tomorrow. And and then that started, and then I was just cracking up. I was like, wow, God, my ego is really enjoying this, right? My ego is spinning and beating me up and all this self-judgment. So I just said, I am grateful for every experience today. Let me use the knowledge that I got from today, and let me wake up with a clean slate, please. So I'm not mad at all of them when they come out for breakfast. I forgot who I am, and I forgot who they were. And I forgot to listen and take it down into, I wasn't going to go back and get the frickin' balloon, don't get me wrong, but I could have met both of our needs by stopping from the flow of traffic instead of just sweating and pulling her through and everyone looking and me going like this to everyone. Way worse for me. Oh, kids are amazing triggers. Kids are so perfect at showing you where the work is that you need to do.